Cost. In part 1 of this series, we discussed the types of costs. In this lesson, we shall discuss the cost concepts. These concepts will help you to have a very comprehensive understanding about the firm behavior. The concepts we are going to discuss are total fixed cost, total variable cost, total cost, average fixed cost, average variable cost, average total cost, and marginal cost. We shall start with total fixed cost. A producer uses both fixed factors and variable factors to produce a given level of output. Money expenditure incurred on fixed factors to produce a given output during a given period is called total fixed cost. Look at this table. First column shows output. Output varies from 0 to 6 units. Second column shows the fixed cost. Fixed cost is 60 rupees at all levels of output. From the table, you shall understand total fixed cost does not vary with output. It remains unchanged with output. When output is 0, total fixed cost is 60. Total fixed cost is a short-run phenomenon. In the long run, it will vanish. It can be represented in the form of a graph. TFC is the total fixed cost curve. It starts at 60 along the y-axis. It means total fixed cost is 60 rupees at 0 output. It is horizontal and parallel to x-axis because total fixed cost does not change with output. At all levels of output, total fixed cost is 60 rupees. Total variable cost. Money expenditure incurred on variable factors to produce a given output during a given period is called total variable cost. Column 3 of the table shows total variable cost. Observe how total variable cost changes with output. Total variable cost is 0 when output is 0. Total variable cost increases as output increases. It can be graphically represented. TVC is the total variable cost curve. Total variable cost curve starts from the origin and slopes upwards. It is not a linear curve. It takes inverted S shape. If you draw straight lines starting from the origin very close to total variable cost curve on either sides, all the lines will cut the curve except one. That one exceptional line becomes tangent to the total variable cost curve at point F. The total variable cost curve is concave downwards up to the point F. In this segment of the curve, law of increasing returns to a factor operates. Beyond F, total variable cost curve is concave upwards. In this segment of the curve, law of decreasing returns to a factor operates. At point F, law of constant returns to a factor operates. In short, the law of variable proportion is the main reason for the total variable cost curve to take inverted S shape. Total cost. Money expenditure incurred on both fixed and variable factors to produce a given output during a given period is called total cost. Look at the fourth column. It represents total cost values. These values are calculated by adding total variable cost with total fixed cost. The formula is total cost equal to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. Substitute the values in the formula to calculate total cost. For example, total cost at 0 output is 60 plus 0, 60. Observe the behavior of total cost. Total cost at 0 output is 60 rupees. Total cost is equal to total fixed cost when output is 0. It behaves the way total variable cost behaves because total fixed cost is unchanged. It also increases with output. You must keep all these things in your mind while representing this table in a graph. Look at this graph. TC is the total cost curve. It also takes the shape of the TVC curve. Total fixed cost curve starts at 60 along the y-axis. It is horizontal and parallel to x-axis. Inverted S-shaped total variable cost curve starts from 0 or origin and slopes upward. By vertically adding total variable cost with total fixed cost, we obtain total cost curve. At output 3, total cost is 60 plus 114, 174. At output 5, total cost is 60 plus 220, 280. Total cost curve is parallel to total variable cost curve. For any given level of output, the vertical distance between total cost and total variable cost is equal to the fixed cost. For instance, when the output is 3, the distance between total cost and total variable cost curves is 174 minus 114, 60. It is total fixed cost. Again, at 5 units, 280 minus 220, 60. It is total fixed cost. The shape of the total cost is also determined by the law of variable proportion. The total cost curve is concave downwards up to the point F. In this segment of the curve, law of increasing returns to a factor operates. Beyond F, total cost curve is concave upwards. In this segment of the curve, law of decreasing returns to a factor operates. At point F, law of constant returns to a factor operates. It should be understood that in the short run, output is increased only by increasing the variable cost. Fixed cost does not influence the output. Average fixed cost. The fixed cost per unit of output is called average fixed cost. Column 5 of the table represents this. It is obtained by dividing the total fixed cost by the number of units of output. At 3 units of output, average fixed cost is 3 over 60, 20 rupees. At 6 units, 6 over 60, 10 rupees. This is how all the values are calculated. Let us graph average fixed cost. AFC represents average fixed cost curve. Its shape is rectangular hyperbola because fixed cost is equally distributed among the output. Moreover, the area under the curve represents total fixed cost. For example, at output 2 units, the average fixed cost is 30 rupees. 2 times 30, 60. Total fixed cost is 60 rupees. The point to be noted here is that average fixed cost falls with every increase in output, but it will never become zero. Average variable cost. Variable cost per unit of output is called average variable cost. Column 6 represents this. It is obtained by dividing the total variable cost by the number of units of output. When output is 3 units, average variable cost is 3 over 114.38. Other values are calculated using this formula. Examine the values of average variable cost. It decreases and reaches minimum when 3 units are produced. After that, it increases. Keep this in your mind when translating average variable cost into a graph. ABC is the average variable cost curve. It is a U-shaped curve. Average variable cost falls. After reaching the minimum, it increases. It clearly reflects the tendency of average variable cost. Average variable cost curve is U-shaped because of the law of variable proportion. In the falling part of the average variable cost curve, law of increasing returns to a factor operates. At the minimum point of average variable cost curve, law of constant returns to a factor operates. In the rising part of the average variable cost curve, law of decreasing returns to a factor operates. Average total cost. Cost per unit of output is called average total cost or average cost. Refer column 7 of the table. It is obtained by dividing the total cost by the number of units of output. For example, at 4 units of output, average total cost is 4 over 220, 55 rupees. Try to understand the behavior of average total cost. To begin with, average total cost falls. It becomes minimum when output is 4 units. After that, it increases. Keep this while drawing the graph of average total cost curve. ATC is the average total cost curve. Average cost curve is U-shaped because of the law of variable proportion. In the falling part of the average cost curve, law of increasing returns to a factor operates. At the minimum point of average cost curve, law of constant returns to a factor operates. In the rising part of the average cost curve, law of decreasing returns to a factor operates. Marginal cost. Marginal cost is the additional cost incurred by producing one additional unit of a good. Marginal cost is given in column 8. It is calculated using the formula marginal cost of the nth unit is equal to total cost of the nth unit minus total cost of the n minus 1th unit. For example, marginal cost of the 4th unit is total cost of the 4th unit 160 minus total cost of the 4 minus 1 third unit 114.42. In cost analysis, the relation between marginal cost and total variable cost is unique. Marginal cost shows the rate of increase of total variable cost. Up to the third unit, marginal cost is falling. In this range of output, total variable cost is increasing at a decreasing rate. Exactly at the third unit, total variable cost increases at a constant rate. After that, marginal cost increases, total variable cost is increasing at an increasing rate. Let us represent the marginal cost curve. MC is the marginal cost curve. The marginal cost curve is U-shaped. To begin with, the marginal cost curve falls because the total variable cost is increasing at a decreasing rate. At the minimum point of marginal cost curve, total cost is increasing at a constant rate. After reaching the minimum, marginal cost curve increases because total cost is increasing at an increasing rate. So, the rate of change of total cost determines the shape of the marginal cost curve along with the law of variable proportion. Well, we have finished all the cost concepts. Our lesson ends here. We shall meet again.